Hiya, this is Galahad, and I've been playing the Tower of Fantasy for quite a few days and decided to make content about it. This is not an in-depth video, this is not a tier list, this is not an optimal way to play the game, but these are just some things that I want you to keep in mind as you go along playing the game. If you've started today, good for you because there's a lot of rewards going on right now. And if you want to watch me play the game and progress my F2B, by the way, account, just tune into my Twitch channel. I'll put the link below, but it's twitch.tv/JinGalahadXIV. So see you there. Now, let's get to my main points. Basically, there's three things you want to keep in mind when you're playing the game. One, unlock your dailies and your stamina system. The way the game plays is very similar to Genshin. You progress your account by basically doing your dailies and just spending your stamina on gathering resources. Right now we have very limited content, so every content right now is gated behind story and day progression of the game. So as of the moment, you can only spend your stamina on very limited dungeons. So it's up to you what to spend your stamina on. Just read the tooltips, just read what rewards you get, but I highly suggest right now to use them on dungeons or activities that give you rewards that can upgrade your weapons. So basically that's it. Make sure you nail down your daily bounties. Make sure you are doing your stamina daily. You're spending it. Make sure it's not capped at 180 over 180. Now, tip number two is to use your currencies only on red orbs. The way the gacha system works is that for all banners, you get a free SSR unit. The SSR units or the weapons are the best weapons you can get in the game, and you want more of them, obviously. The best way to go about it is that you spend your resources only on the red orbs, because the red orbs are used to pull on the limited banners. And the standard banners, the golden nucleus and the purple/dark orb, you can get those by just playing the game. So there's not much sense, especially if you're free to play, to use your resources on buying the gold nucleus and the dark and purple nucleus. So don't do that ever. Just use your resources for the red orbs. Mr. Galahad, what is the optimum way on rolling on the banner? My take on it is this. It's either you don't roll for the limited banners, the ones using the red orbs. It's either you don't roll on them, or you roll on them and make sure that you can do it 120 times. So it's either 0 or 120. Why? Because the real guaranteed PT for the limited banner is 120. Because when you reach, because we all know 80 PT is a guaranteed SSR. But on the limited banner, it's not actually the guaranteed limited character. You don't ever get a guaranteed limited character by rolling. You get a guaranteed limited character by redeeming her. Right now, it's Nemesis. You can get it for guarantee for redeeming her from the limited banner store, which costs 120 limited event banner currencies. I know it sounds confusing, but basically you get this resource called Flame Gold, I think. Yeah, Flame Gold. You get one of those every time you roll. And for you to get a guaranteed Nemesis or any limited character, you need 120 of those. So basically, the guaranteed limited character is at 120 pulls. Now, you don't want to pull for the limited character unless you can do it 120 times. Because the flame orbs, the currency that you use to buy the guaranteed limited banner character, it doesn't carry over to the next limited banner. It transforms into a currency that you can use for the standard banner, which is bad. You don't want that to ever happen. Because what happens there is that your limited banner currency or resources is being transformed into a standard banner resource. Which again, the standard banner resource, the golden ones, the black ones, the purple ones, you can get them just by playing the game. So you're wasting your currencies if you roll on the limited banner and not be able to get the limited character, either by luck or by guaranteed 120. And as we all know, losing through luck, for example, you can get the limited character if you're really lucky. But again, it's very hard to rely on luck on gacha games. And any gacha veterans will always tell you, make sure that every time you commit to a banner, you can get the limited character. And you can only do that if you can roll for 120 times. So my tip on the gacha system, if you cannot do 120 limited banner rolls, don't roll at all. Don't roll. It's either 0 or 120. That's my rule. 0 or 120. Keep that in mind. 0 or 120. If you don't have 120 pulls, skip on the banner, save up, and aim for the next banner that you get 120 pulls. Rinse and repeat as you play the game. Make sure to keep this rule in mind. I will emphasize this rule on my next video. I will create like a gacha strategy video or whatever, and I will call it like the 0 or the 120 strategy. So keep that in mind. 3 tips. Next, third tip. There's an SSR selector that you will get once you've done the event. So just check the event, see the missions. You can see it by checking the newcomer thingy. Basically, by 700 points, if you've been doing your dailies, if you've been doing your daily bounties and using your stamina, you will eventually get an SSR selector. Now, what do you want to do? Make sure to get your ATPT first on the golden banner, the standard golden banner. Get your ATPT first because right now, every newcomer gets an SSR around 30 and then gets another SSR because of the PT at 80. So basically, if you roll 80 times on the golden banner, standard, whatever, not the red one, the important one, not that one, the golden banner that you basically get resources from doing your daily activities, do that 80 times, you will get 2 SSRs. Now, you will use the SSR selector that you get from the event to fill out your roster. Because you get 2 SSRs anyway, right? You get 2 SSRs by reaching ATPT. You will get, for example, like a DPS at around 30 and then a tank by around 80 PT. So you get a tank and a DPS. What do you need? A support. So then you use your SSR selector to get a support. Basically, that's the strategy. If you get a support early and a DPS early, you'll need a shield breaker or a tank or whatever. Use your SSR selector to fill out your roster. For team comps, honestly, I have no idea yet, but having a good balance of a tank, a healer, and a DPS is always a good thing. So make sure to get all those 3 roles on your SSRs. Get a tank, get a DPS, get a healer. If you get either of the 2 on your 30 pulls and your 80 pulls, use your SSR selector that you will get on the event to fill out your roster. So again, those are my 3 tips. Tip number 1, unlock your dailies and stamina system. Use your stamina to your dailies to get your resources and upgrade your weapons. Tip number 2, save your currencies. It's the 0 or 120 rule. Remember this. Tip number 2, very important. 0 or 120. Use your currencies only on the red orbs and only if you can get 120 pulls. 0 or 120. Keep that in mind. Number 3, save your SSR selector once you've done your ATPT and you've gotten your 2 SSRs. That's it. 3 tips. Dailies, currencies, 0 or 120. Save your SSR selector after you get your 2 SSRs. And then continue the game daily. Do your daily stamina and stuff like that and progress your account. And I will see you all on the next video. Good luck, guys, and have fun.